Hey everybody, welcome to Planetary Awareness. My name's Dave. Thought I'd do a video today with a farm tour. It's been a while since I've done a video, but I felt inspired today. Really like this section here. Got my elephant garlic, which is looking really nice and strong. There's other types of garlic, music, and some other good varieties. I think Red Russian might be the other one. Got asparagus popping up. I've been eating it for several weeks. It's been awesome. Lots of tomatoes planted along the fence line here. You can see the figs on the other side. That one was not covered. So you can see that it's dying, that it died all the way back. Whereas some of these others, they have a lot more growth that survived. Anyway, it was a really harsh winter, so get a lot of dieback, but they're gonna bounce back. A lot of arugula. See all those flowers. They're really delicious. This is interesting. These are akebia or chocolate vine plants. I have 3 varieties here. I'm tempted to put these in barrels and sort of keep them here and trellis them up over here. I think it would be pretty cool, but we'll see what happens. I got some cool perennials, cardoon, artichokes. They're in the same family. I had a lot of broccolis and kales and stuff that went to flower here. Spinach, parsley, oh, this is cool. Purple tree collards. I'm really excited about these. I've tried growing them for years and had some success, but last year I grew it in a pot and took it inside the greenhouse, and it survived, and then came out here and planted it. And I'm gonna probably take cuttings and maybe even dig this up again. If you're in like a more mild climate, this can be a perennial. I may be able to perennialize it here somehow. But really delicious tree collards. Yeah, these beds are going to be used for corn, beans, maybe some squash. I got some sweet potatoes plugging in. These figs are like the LSU collection mainly. And then these figs over here are Moro de Caneva, which is a fantastic variety. Shout out to Ross, the fig boss, for bringing information on this variety. So these are all Moro de Canevas I plugged in here. So I call it Moro Mound. Excited for that. Doing some sweet potatoes in barrels. They seem to work pretty well. Lots of chives to go with the potatoes. Anyway, this is where the store is going to be eventually. I'm going to put a link in the description to my GoFundMe. We're currently raising money for the store. We may do it in phases. We'll see what happens. The first phase really is having this shipping container. Originally, I was going to have it connected to the store, but we really didn't want to lose the view of the mountain here, and it's just kind of taking up a lot of space. So we moved it over here, kind of tucked away. But this is going to be a giant walk-in cooler. It's already insulated. I just got to get the AC and electrical running, and I'd like to put in a new door, something that's easier to open here. And that's phase one. And then yeah, this will be a store over here. So any support you guys can provide, even if you throw in $5 or $10 on this GoFundMe, I'd really appreciate it. It's really difficult coming up with money for things when you're getting started with businesses in general, but especially with farms. It's kind of crazy, but it's all worth it. We love what we do here, and somehow we'll find a way to make it all happen, just like we did with this massive geothermal greenhouse. May as well poke my head in here. We got bananas planted. So there's a banana pit. A lot of brassicas, cabbages, and broccolis and stuff planted here as well. Some cactus, prickly pear, some variegated vanilla down there as well. So anyway, we'll keep you posted as this comes along here with getting the actual geothermal hooked up. For now, we got fans running, which is good. And then we'll get the water in those tanks. And the plan is to collect rainwater and have it trickle down into those tanks, and then we can water the plants with that instead of taxing our well. Because there really are a lot of things to water here, and there's been some droughts lately, although we had a great rain last night, which I'm happy about. Our blue lotus should be coming back shortly. Nice water lily medicinal plant. We got beets, we got turnips, we got radishes, things like that. Lots more brassicas outdoors here. Kales and broccolis and cauliflowers and stuff like that. Planting cilantro and beans and other things in between. We're getting a lot more strawberries established. This will be cool, like to use this mound and just have strawberries like fill in. Maybe we can even do pick your own. We'll see what happens. Beautiful day out here. Oh, this is fruit cocktail sage. I took a cutting from in the greenhouse. This will be nice to pop in the ground and have get really big. This really does smell amazing. These are a new collection of berries. I got tons of different types of blackberries, raspberries. There's a variegated elderberry, which I'm excited about. Service berries, different bush cherry varieties, blueberries, lingonberries, and wintergreen, which I'm pretty excited about. I mean, I've tried putting them in the ground many times in the past, and I've always killed them. They really require specific soil. They like acidic soil, just like the blueberries. They're all in the same family. I think what I'm going to do is grow them in pots for a while, and then maybe I can take some cuttings or dig out some of the roots and try multiplying them before I try growing them in the ground again. This is my office, basically. I'm in here all the time, starting seedlings. I actually have some passion flower, tropical passion flower I'm gonna put in that new greenhouse. Here's our cucumbers, watermelon, corn, more melons, and pumpkins and squash. And a lot more over there as well. And a lot of our cuttings. Mostly figs, but we're doing elderberries, pomegranates, mulberries, some other things as well. And yeah, of course the pluots, these trees. I got lots of pluots and apriums, which are hybrids of plums and apricots growing in the ground here. I'll show you why I'm hopeful for stone fruits and greenhouses here as we walk in to the next one. I'll show you my potted plants real quick though. This is my citrus collection that I have in pots. This is like a variegated, I think it's a kumquat. Let me double check. Yeah, the Centennial kumquat, really pretty. But we got finger limes and oranges and more lemons and limes and all kinds of citrus. These are some avocados and then mangoes, which some of them are not looking good because I decided to dig them out of the ground in the greenhouse because there just wasn't enough space and I really overplanted in there. This one's called a strawberry tree, which I really don't know much about. I've never tried the fruit. Anyway, it's not the same as the strawberry tree that's tropical, which I've had, that tastes like Captain Crunch berries. That one is cool and grows in Florida pretty well. But apparently this is hardy. But I am nervous about putting it in the ground because things just don't always make it when they're young like that. But apparently it's hardy, so I guess we'll give it a try. Got some potted figs over here. Peony is flowering nicely. You can smell it too, wow. All right, let's go in this greenhouse here. Greenhouse number 1, I call it. We got 1, 2, and 3. So in order from when they were built, basically. Start off with the Buddha's hand. See these little hands forming? Classic ancient citron, where all lemons come from, apparently. Black Madeiras. See that? The king of figs. These are mountain papayas. Really delicious. They're different from regular papayas. They're more like a papaya melon. Really, really juicy. We do, of course, have, regular papayas or dwarf red ladies. I've gotten a lot of fruit off this tree, I'll tell you. It's pretty old now. You see how I cut it here and it went in the 4. Still going strong. I love this variegated pink lemon. It just continues to flower and pump out fruit. See this fruit here? Really pretty. It literally is pink inside. And we have a nectaplum, Spice Z nectaplum. It did fruit last year and it's got some fruit on it this year. So excited about stone fruits. What I did was I actually planted some miniature nectarines over here. This is Necta Babe. Or no, Necta Z. And the other one's Nectar Babe. So they're miniature nectarines, which is what we need in here. We need small stuff because this greenhouse is not very tall. This fig is perfect, the Neruccio del Elba, for the greenhouse because it really is sort of dwarf and just puts out like tons and tons of little fruits. I call it the chocolate fig now because it really does taste like chocolate, especially when it gets a little cooler here and it's got that bitter skin. I originally bought this from Ross, the Fig Boss. I think I paid like $90 for a cutting, and totally worth it to now have this variety. Then we got the big figs, Golden Riversides, which are giant honey figs filled with a pool of honey. Some sweet potatoes flowering down there. I got loquats in there, but just haven't had success yet. Kumquats. And so here's my donut peach. You can see there's several fruits in here. And I have eaten off this, and the fruits are just so delicious. And so we got miniature peaches here. This is the miniature gold peach. Some little pineapples here fruiting. Mar de Bois strawberries. And we do have mangoes that are setting some fruit. I have harvested off that tree before, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully they hang on to their fruit here. This is like an Adamoya, putting out a lot of flowers. It has fruited here. Cherimoya and soursop, which I haven't fruited yet. Chocolate sapote, white sapote, mamae sapote, sapodilla. Everything's kind of planted way too close. So I'm gonna have to make some real decisions here at some point. This is kind of silly. I got in over my head. Some mangoes, that's the Glen. Seems like a great variety. Oh, here's some fruit here I'm gonna try. This is a cherry of the Rio Grande. So delicious. Fruit's pretty reliably here. We got lemon guava and strawberry guava, which tend to fruit even more. Really, really productive. Here's a pomelo. Got some fruits on it for the first time. Lots of turmeric varieties. You can see dragon fruit, the cactus vine, climbing around here. It might get some decent sun. Maybe will flower. We'll see what happens. But lots of citrus, all the way down. That some of these are just really loaded, actually. I'm excited. Mandarins and stuff like that, mainly. The citrus is definitely number one when it comes to fruit production in here. It seems to do the best. I guess because it really doesn't need to be pollinated. It just kind of pollinates itself. And, the trees don't get very large. I mean, these figs can get a little out of control. But what I've been doing is bending and training the branches to go different directions. Sort of like espalier in a way. But yeah, figs everywhere, citrus everywhere. Some nice rosemary. This finger lime is, see those little fruits? Really spiky plant though, so I won't be planting those anymore, I don't think, in tight quarters. But I can keep them in pots or maybe a bigger greenhouse one day. So yeah, you know, that's the oldest greenhouse. A lot of mature trees. Lots more figs down here. These pine trees I'm going to cut down eventually. Make more space for more gardens. Down there we're going to have watermelons, and I have tomatoes all the way down the fence line. Lots of blueberries planted down there. There's a pond where I have pawpaws planted. This is our new tractor over here. This is really clutch for moving all the compost and wood chips and plants and logs and stuff. We got a lot of figs ready to go, ready to get out to customers. I'm starting to move those cuttings outside because it's getting a little too hot in that greenhouse. I got a lot of hardy citrus, like trifoliate crosses, like with mandarins that can survive the 0 degrees. That I'm going to grow out some of these and then use some for rootstock. Bunch of pawpaws and persimmons that still need to wake up. But it's a little late. Hopefully they do. Yeah, we had a burn down there the other day, and can use that space as a garden now. I guess I'll take you in the food forest. Well, may as well. I don't do these videos too often, so may as well get it all in. Eventually, I do want to do more frequent videos. Yeah, peaches, plums, apples, a lot of them kind of took a beating because the late frost. It got down to 28 degrees here. So knocked a lot of the fruits off. You can see goomy berries starting to put on some fruit. It seems like even these got affected, which I've never seen before. I think really everything got affected, even honeyberries, which are extremely hardy. Like, you see a couple little tiny fruits, but not much. But it is what it is. You know, they'll grow really well this year and should put on a lot of fruit next year. Yeah, there's really minimal goomies, which is kind of unfortunate. Usually these trees are totally loaded and you can just come out and eat them all the time. Pears were affected pretty bad. I don't know if this is fire blight, probably is, or if that is from the frost damage. Either way, I'm gonna come out here and cut that out. Probably today, I should get on top of that. Pears look pretty healthy though in general, but not as much fruit, or barely any fruit this year. May as well go this way and check on the other trees. Here, we're gonna have a new greenhouse here. We got approval for a grant, so that's exciting. So hopefully by this fall, we'll get that put up. We'll see how the blueberries are doing. There's definitely some blueberries here. And the pink lemonades. This variety's called Patriot. Lots of fresh new growth on these honeyberries. But I just don't know if I'm gonna, oh, there are fruits. So we'll just see what happens. Raspberries, these are gold raspberries, and then pink raspberries. So they'll be setting some fruit here shortly. I had cherries that were pretty loaded actually, but they definitely got affected by the frost. And I see like little fruits here or there, but I don't even know if they'll ripen, because some of them look kind of damaged. Cornelian dogwood cherries. See that little fruit. Usually this is loaded, but we had to transplant these trees. Serviceberry coming back pretty strong. Mulberries, it seems like the last 3 years have just taken such a beating with these late frosts. Just really haven't gotten much fruit, a little bit, but blackberries are pretty awesome because they flower so late. They might be one of the ones that are bulletproof here. Seems like blueberries are pretty bulletproof too. Berries in general, I like to say, are bulletproof, but I think some are better than others. I mean, this is, yeah, a blackberry here. It should be loaded up in here. But it is like a wild one, I think, so it's thorny. I was trying to get rid of these, but now I'm like, well, if it's gonna give me fruit, may as well leave them. But yeah, this area here is where I had the dogwood cherries, and we transplanted them because we're putting in a real deer fence here. Oh boy, yeah, poison ivy all up on this fence. There's a lot of trees in here. I mean, the good news is they're pretty healthy. Hopefully there's not too much fire blight. I want to check on that real quick. I do see what could be fire blight, but it might have been that frost. Either way, I guess I'll come in here and cut it out. There's a few pears here and there. Not too many. There was going to be tons. I mean, this place was loaded up with pears every which way. But Mother Nature came in and did what it did. Yeah, feel free to comment if you know if this is fire blight. I have a feeling it might be. I mean, I've had issues in the past with it. Yeah, I'm gonna come in here and cut this out today and maybe even get a neem oil spray or something. But generally, pears do really well here. It's just, we haven't seen anything like this with this late frost in terms of it being so cold. I mean, we've had late frost. Pretty much every year we have a late frost. But what it was is it got so warm, hot actually. It got into the 90s. And all this new growth came out. Everything exploded with new growth. And that young, tender growth is really susceptible to the frost. And so it got zapped. You know, our persimmons really got affected. Yeah, it's kind of a sad sight. There's a plum in here I might as well show you. This is called a beach plum. There are fruits in here. So this, I mean, I haven't tried the fruit yet. I don't know how it is, but it's a very late bloomer and it's a native. So I'm sure that's going to do much better than these European plums, stuff like that. Who knows? Trifoliate oranges, you can see how they got zapped. This monkey puzzle, ancient pine nut. But yeah, we have our apples, silverberries. Silverberries actually fruited. That's pretty wild. They held on to their fruit through the harsh winter. Pawpaws, which got knocked back, but they're actually blooming. And some of them are still setting fruit. So they may be even more reliable than the persimmons. Bush cherries, there's definitely some fruit on there, but maybe not as much as the past. But I can show you persimmons. Some of them are just look like they're dead, which is really sad. There's some new growth coming on some of them. There's a few that were not affected as much, but a lot of them look like this, and it's really sad. So I'm just hoping this didn't kill the tree. It kind of looks like it's budding out though. You can't really tell from here, but I have a feeling they'll come back. You know, these trees are hardy. It's just, it takes time because I guess they sort of go dormant, then they have to wake up again. So it's just, we're probably not going to get fruit, but as long as they survive, we'll survive. Well, we'll survive either way because, you know, that we have so much other stuff planted. That's the secret, is diversity and having this organic matter and building soil. So there's a lot growing on. I'm so ready to start picking sugar snap peas. It's about that time. They're flowering. A lot of good lettuce. Just harvested a ton of radishes. Everyone should grow radishes. They're so easy to grow, and they only take like 5 or 6 weeks. It's wild. There's a lot of beans popping up. Anyway, I actually had fun shooting this video. Sorry I don't do more of them, but it's a crazy life out here taking care of all these plants, and I love it. It's just pretty time consuming. But we'll try to keep you updated more. We are doing farm tours this weekend through Loudoun County. Come on out Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I thought I'd do this virtual farm tour for the people that can't make it out, and just for the global audience out there. Again, please, if you can donate anything to our GoFundMe, we really appreciate it. You know, I really don't do this for the money. I do it for the love of growing food and connecting with Mother Nature, and I feel like I have an obligation to do it. But we do hope to make this a profitable farm one day, so we can keep it sustained. And so, yeah, you know, we're hoping to get the store. Keep us in your prayers and thoughts, and come out and visit. Come get some food. Come get some plants. We have a lot of plants for sale. If you want to grow your own food forest, we can show you how to do it. We can install it for you as well. Much love, everybody. Keep growing. Have a great day.